Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So today I am going to be setting up my November currently in my business/social media Franken planner. And I'm going to be showing you once again how to use the stickers in a different way that maybe we hadn't thought of before, or we may have done it in another way in the past. So I'm just going to kind of bring that back to the table if you're familiar. But for me in November, it's all about setting goals. So stay tuned. All right, so you're going to be seeing this in October, but I'm getting ahead of the schedule for November. And I'm just kind of plowing through my things that I need to do. And one of them is my November currently page in my business/social media. I've done it, set it up, in a number of different ways, and I'm going to do it once again for November. So I'm going to be using the Fall Harvest Happy Planner sticker book. And in case y'all want to join in live or at the time that I'm doing this, this goals paper or printable is available on the blog. This black and white copy or neutral minimal copy is available in the shop. There is a colorful copy where the dots are colored in that is free on the blog if you choose to have a color. But I chose the non-color, the minimal design, because I have some ideas that I want to do for this. So this is again on the blog, in the store, under printables. It's a minimal $2, I believe it is. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked lately, but it is a very low cost. For this printable, you can print it off as many times as you need to. And it's neutral, so you can do anything you want with it. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to tuck that off to the side. I'm going to get out my November currently page. And then we're just going to kind of jump right in. So I have an idea. And I did a little bit of the footwork ahead of schedule just because I didn't want to be doing all that on the video. Just tucking that off to the side. So basically what I did, so before I get started on this, what I did with this printable was I printed it off. And when I printed, so if you're printing for a classic Happy Planner, I think it's like 82, 84% depending on your printer and how much space you like on your margins. But I printed this at 78%. And then I cut it down. I kind of did a crude measurement and then cut it down so that this is going to fit right in here. So it's going to have the line there, and then it's going to go right over the top. We're going to paste this right into my planner. So I could have made it go all the way to the disc edge, but I didn't feel the need to. So again, I printed this at 78% if you're interested. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to white out a few things. Let me start at the top, because these things will kind of show through the paper a little bit. I believe the paper that I have is a 28 pound, I believe. So while it's pretty good at coverage, there are some things that will show through. So I'm just going to kind of cover all these things up. And it will cover up my dates at the bottom, my important dates, but I'm not worried about that. Then I'm going to take my number 10 jelly roll, and I want to make sure, since I'm going to be putting it up to this line, that it doesn't show through at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little touch up on this line. And I'm going to leave the November in there just because I want it to show, because this says at the top goals for this month, and I wanted to show that it's for November. And then let's see, I have my Tombow removable adhesive dots, and I'm going to basically just go through this, put it on, stick it down. We're going to do some decorating. And then I will be doing this off on the side, what I'm planning for my goals. So I'm going to let that dry while I pull this over. And let's get this all taped up. I love these dots. They work perfectly. Please don't tell me I'm out. Oh, did I grab the wrong ones? I think I grabbed the wrong ones. Just 1 minute. I did. Sorry. This is out for a reason because this is permanent. And it's a tape. But for me, the tape never comes out very well. This is the one I use, which is the dots. So it says right here, dots. So I'm going to go ahead and get those on there. That's why the other one wasn't working, because it was empty. But then I found the dots just go on better. So I'm just going to kind of do around the edges, as close to the edges I can get, just because I don't want it lifting up. Oops. And while I'm just doing this, while you're over on the blog, if you haven't already gotten this printable, I did just get a post up today. Ooh, I am not getting the angle on this. Or I'm doing it the other way. Nope, it's right. Ooh, I did just get a blog post up today that, be sure to check it out, especially if you love Target Dollar Spot. It is a Target Dollar Spot Cricut. I know I'm not out on this one, but my little tape is giving me, oh, I am. Well, you know what? It's good. I got what I needed. I go through this stuff like water, kind of like the Jelly Roll pens. They go really quick. Okay, so as I was saying, and I'm going to go ahead and get this pasted down, and hopefully I get it on straight. That's always my other worry, is getting it on straight. Because when I don't, I get frustrated with that. So let me take a moment here and let me make sure I get this on straight. Okay, looks pretty straight. Thank gosh. I always get upset if I don't get it on straight because I hate crooked things. But, so as I was saying, if you haven't already picked this up for yourself and you are heading over to the blog, be sure to check out the new post that went up that is for like those of you who love the Cricut or Target Dollar Spot items and love to do a little creative thing with your Cricuts if you have them. So that just went up today. So we're all set to go on this. Now, I don't mind this line here. I do realize the fonts are slightly different, but I'm not going to worry about that because I can always fix that up. I am going to pull out my fall book, and I've been looking at these quotes, and I may incorporate one. I don't know yet, but let's see. I need to get to, where is it? I'm looking for the florals. Here we go. Excuse me. So I had done a page, I think last November maybe, and that page had these florals in it, and they're just so pretty. The nice thing about the transparent stickers is you can put them anywhere and you're going to be able to see through them, so I really like that. And then there's also these dots, which are not as big as these, and they may fit. I'll check and see. So I may put those on there. But for now, these are, so I've got some corner ones. There's some side ones. Now, my goals for November is, you know, if you haven't seen this sheet yet, you get 4 goals. And then you get to list 3 ways that you're going to achieve the goal. So then when you come up with those 3 ways, you're going to take that information and transfer it to your weekly spread so that you plug in the day that you plan to do that task or that step. So I am going to, I think, start with these corners because I want to fill in these 2 corners here. And I just love these colors for November. Grab my little tweezers. And I also think there's some pumpkins in here I can incorporate as well. So yeah, definitely going to be doing that. And so I'm just going to bring it right down to the edge of my own paper and stick it down. And the nice thing is it kind of comes over into the margin, so it also helps to seal down that corner for me. And I've got this one. This one's probably going to be one of the shorter videos I do, just because this is not a very involved currently page this time, but it's going to serve a huge function. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in. I will need to trim off. I can't put it there, right? No, it'll cover it up. So I'm going to put it right up to here. I will have to trim off the leaf on one end. So let me grab my scissors. It's a very small amount, but that's okay. All right, so, oops, let me go back here. I think there's one corner, some miscellaneous leaves. Now I do have also these here, and I have a place for them, but before I do that, I want to look for those other stickers. Oh, these boots are adorable. I love those. Okay. So I'm not seeing the ones I originally thought I saw. So it must be it was just those little bits of pumpkin. Yeah, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go forward with doing what I was doing. And then we'll get to the pumpkins when we get to them. So I'm going to pull these off because these two match. Let's see, these two are corners. And these two are bigger pieces, which I don't want those big pieces. I do need the smaller. So let me go ahead and get those. And I'm going to put one on this side. And I'm going to back it up to my paper. Because again, if the line is showing through it, like down here, I'm not worried about that. It just lends a little bit to it, in my opinion. So I'm going to take this to the edge of my paper. Not the Happy Planner paper, but the paper I pasted in. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other one and put it on the other side. I love these floors. I should have got 2 of these books. I think I may get another one. And then I'm going to put this one against here. Now this one I will border to the box only because I can't have it going into the other box. So let me get this one over here. All right, and then I keep looking back at those quotes. Let me go grab a quote. Now that I'm looking at this one, you know what? I think I want to change it if I can get it up because I want it to match that. You know how I like the balance. For me, I don't know, it's something always about balance, you know, like, so 3 is not in balance for me. 2, you know, even numbers, that kind of thing. I think this is going to come up. I'm going to go slow because we all know how I love to rip my stickers or the paper. So I'm just going to hope and pray I get it to the end without any issues. Perfect. And then I'm going to put it into the box so that it matches this one a little better anyway. Oh, and the line did come off on it. That's okay. I mean, I've had this book, I don't know how long I've had it, for a while now. So, you know, use the stickers because, you know, a new book comes out, you start pulling out that book, and then before you know it, you forget what you have. And that's kind of where I feel with this. Now, the other thing I was thinking of were these circles. These are actually kind of big though, and then I'd have to still put another number over it, but it's a possibility. But I digress. Let me go back to my quotes. I think I'm gonna hold on the quote. I'm not finding the one that would fit, but I also kind of still want it to be goal oriented. So I'm not going to do anything with that. I am going to then go back to my, back to this, these floral things, because as you would know it, this is bugging me. Wouldn't you know it, I put it in the wrong spot. So let me go ahead and grab that off again. I will still save it. I'll use it somewhere. But on this spread, I don't want it on there. The double lines are just bothering me. Okay, so let me find a spot I can kind of tuck this back in there, because there is still another one here, which I can use. So let me go ahead and get that one now. Let's get this one on. And this time I'm going to put it in the right spot. Okay, I feel better. You all know, if you like balance or you don't like those little, normally they wouldn't bother me, but on this page, for some reason, it was bothering me. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to grab, because I have a feeling I'm going to use it, is my Tombow marker. And before I do that, though, I want to pull out this washi tape. And I think probably color-wise, I'm going to go with this green one. Even though the brown is kind of, let me see which one's going to fit better. I'm going to put it right down at the bottom. They all seem to be about the same height. These are shorter, so let me take a shorter one. And I'm going to put that down here. And I may put one at the top too. All right, so let me grab this. It's flopping all over the place. And then I'm going to put it here. Oh, I have you know what? I have a smaller one. I'm going to do that instead. That's the beauty of this. You know, you can just change it however you need to. All right, so how am I doing here? If I use this, I will only need to cut off a small portion of it. So let's do that. Let's get this up here. Let me make sure I'm getting this on straight. Okay. And then I'm going to use my washi cutter and just kind of angle it in there. How pretty is that? Okay, now I'm going to use just the smaller one, I think. And I'm holding on to that little piece because I can use it again. I'm going to grab this smaller washi, and I'm just going to do a small one down here, just to keep it simple. This has a flower on one side, but not the other side. And I already have florals here, so I'm going to kind of flip it around. There. Okay, now my Tombow marker. Okay, so I did a little test off to the side. I was going to use a brown Tombow. As you know, I like to give my page a swash of color. But I'm not going to use brown because I feel like there's a lot of brown going on. So I'm going to use this one, which is 192. And I'm not going to give it a swash. I'm just going to kind of line it. Or let's see. Might better do the swash. Okay. Just to kind of highlight it. I felt if I did a line, then I've got a line, and then so, you know, you get my point. All right. Now let me get some decorations in here. Okay, so all these cute little things here. So there's a pair of boots, which I will find because, although these boots are cute too, and they keep with the color, so I'll use these. I don't know, you know, fallen boots, right? They kind of go together. So I like these here. And then if I do, let's see, this hat is really cute. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So I'm going to put the boots here. And then I'm going to take this cute little hat. This just makes, you know, pulling out your goals fun. I'm going to put this cute little hat here. But I think for this one, I am going to white the line out. I normally wouldn't, but then after I saw what happened over here, I think I don't want it showing through. So I'm just going to give a little white out. There'll still be a small line that you'll see, but it won't be as bad. And then while that is drying, I want to go back to my dots. So this isn't using up a ton of stickers, but it's still using the stickers. It's just changing the way we're using them and making it fun. So these were the first dots that I saw, and the other ones, I'm going to pull one off to do a test, just to see how big it, and it's also transparent, so, but maybe it'll show through. So let's see. Let me take one, because obviously this would work if it still showed through. And I'm already thinking of something I'm going to change with this printable. Just kind of a note to myself. Let's see, can I see the number still? Almost. But if I put the darker part on the bottom, that works. I'm going to use these. They're cute, I think. Again, it doesn't show through perfectly on all of them, but it's enough. It's enough to work for me. Okay. And then there was just a few more, and then we are done. A quick, easy goals page. You can change up your currently plan or your currently page, make it a goals page. And, you know, still, because, you know, with November, we start getting into the holiday time, you know, and we're doing all the things. So this just kind of gives it an added benefit, because a lot of us make up our own separate thankful pages. So, which I do. So, you know, you may want to still do that, and this will allow you to do that. I was thinking I am going to cover up, I think, these larger, and that's the beauty. This is a printable, but you can cover these things up if they don't work for you. I think what I'm going to do, cover those, and then I'm going to put some florals. So I have these two. This one's a little different, but I think I'm going to put pumpkins down there. So I'll put florals at the top. Oh, you know what? Instead, I think I'm going to use this coffee. Okay, so I decided to put, it's either, oh, actually it's hot cocoa. Just as good. Even though it's on white paper, I'm not worried about that. I'm then going to go back to this page, and I'm going to pull off some of these pumpkins. Do they go this way? Nope, this way. And I'm just going to kind of do a mini stack down here. But I want to put some leaves under it first. So let's take, I gotta go for small leaves. Let's just take one of these. And what if I broke it up into two? So this is going to go down. If I can grab that. And then this one's going to go down. And then this one. Okay. So there it is. This is like really cute. I like the fact that I really didn't have to change much or even really cover up much. And look, it's so perfect for fall. Okay, so there is my November currently page that I have transformed into a goals page. And I used my Printable along with this Fall Harvest sticker book from Happy Planner. And I love how it looks. I can see my numbers. I've got some pumpkins. I've got some florals, my boots and my hat. So it's so, so pretty. So there you go. I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create your beautiful life one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.